Good morning students. Welcome to our online video class of Sri Gokulam Public School Guruvayur. I hope all of my children are doing well and safe. Let's recollect what we had learned in previous section. We had learned about chemical reactions and also how to balance a chemical equation. And the chemical equation balancing is based on a law. What is that law? That is law of conservation of mass. According to law of conservation of mass, mass can neither be created nor be destroyed. That means the number of atoms of each element on product side and reactant side must be equal. Then the equation becomes balanced. Today's section we will learn about different types of chemical reaction. Chemical reactions are classified into different types. Let's study what are they. Types of chemical reactions. First is combination reaction, decomposition reaction, displacement reaction, double displacement reaction and oxidation reduction reaction. Combination reactions. Those reactions in which two or more elements or compounds combine together to form a single compound. In this reaction, two or more substances combine to form a single substance. In these reactions, the combination may take place between two or more elements or between two or more compounds or between elements and compounds. Let's see some examples for that. Reaction of water on quicklime. Quicklime is calcium oxide. Calcium oxide reacts vigorously with water to produce lacquered lime. That is given in this equation. CaO plus H2O gives CaOH twice. That is lacquered lime, calcium hydroxide. In this reaction, calcium oxide and water combine to form a single product. So it is a combination reaction. In this reaction, two compounds react together to form a single product. That is calcium hydroxide. And large amount of heat is evolved during this reaction. This makes the reaction mixture warm. Reaction in which heat is released along with the formation of products are called exothermic reaction. Liberation of heat is called exothermic reaction. Do you know one thing? The lacquered lime formed in this reaction is used for whitewashing the walls. The lacquered lime or calcium hydroxide formed in this reaction will be in the form of white suspension. It is filtered and solution containing soluble calcium hydroxide is applied on the wall with a brush. Carbon dioxide present in air will come into contact and as a result a thin layer of calcium carbonate that is in white color will be deposited on the wall. This is known as whitewash. Another example for this reaction are burning of coal and formation of water from H2O and O2. The burning of natural gas is also a exothermic reaction. Another example is respiration. Respiration is a exothermic reaction. Do you know why the respiration is a exothermic process? We all know that we need energy to stay alive. From where does we get this energy? Through food we eat, is it? During digestion, food is broken down into simpler substance. For example, rice, potatoes, and bread contain carbohydrates. These carbohydrates are broken down to form glucose. This glucose combines with oxygen in the cells of our body and provides energy. The special name of this reaction is respiration. Decomposition reaction. It is just the opposite of combination reaction. In combination, a substance is formed as a result of chemical combination, while in decomposition, it breaks into new substance. It is defined as the reactions in which a single compound splits into two or more substances under suitable conditions. The decomposition reactions are mostly endothermic in nature. Energy in the form of heat, light or electricity is generally absorbed in this reaction. Absorption of heat or energy is called endothermic reaction. It causes cleavage or breaking of the bond in the reacting substance which decompose to give the product. Decomposition can be affected by heat, or we can say thermal decomposition. Electricity. If it is affected by electricity, it is electrolysis. And if it is affected by light, it is photolysis. Next, we are going to study about thermal decomposition by illustrating with some activities. Decomposition by heat or thermal decomposition. If a decomposition reaction is take place by the absorption of heat, we called it as thermal decomposition. Example is heating of ferrous sulfate crystal. In this reaction, a few crystals of ferrous sulfate, which is in green color, taken in dry test tube and heated over the flame of burner. Initially, a white dirty residue is obtained. Actually, the chemical formula of ferrous sulfate is FeSO4 7H2O. Upon heating, it becomes FeSO4, that is anhydrous ferrous sulfate. When heated the mixture, it loses the molecules of water. The reaction in which a hydrated salt loses molecules of water of crystallization is known as dehydration reaction. Upon further heating, the white dirty residue, anhydrous ferrous sulfate, gives a brown residue of ferric oxide. Along with this, two gases with a pungent and suffocating smell will be released. The two gases are SO2, sulfur dioxide, and sulfur trioxide, SO3. This reaction, the decomposition reaction take place is the anhydrous ferrous sulfate decompose to give ferric oxide, sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxide. And the decomposition of this reaction can be represented as 2FeSO4 gives Fe2O3, that is ferric oxide, plus SO2 sulfur dioxide plus SO3 sulfur trioxide. I hope you might have understood why does this reaction is decomposition reaction or thermal decomposition reaction. Because the reaction has been carried upon strong heating. That is why it is called thermal decomposition. And a single substance has resulted in mixture of three substances in this particular reaction. That is anhydrous ferrous sulfate. On heating, gives three products, that is ferric oxide, sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxide. Another example of thermal decomposition is of lead nitrate. It is a white crystalline solid. When we heat crystals of lead nitrate in a test tube, reddish brown fumes with a pungent smell will be evolved. On analysis, these are found to be of nitrogen dioxide. Here, the brown fumes formed is nitrogen dioxide. Along with that, oxygen gas is also evolved in the reaction. Chemical reaction for thermal decomposition of lead nitrate is 2PbNO3 twice, that is lead nitrate upon heating gives lead oxide 2PbO and 4NO2, nitrogen dioxide and oxygen. So far we have discussed thermal decomposition reaction, that is the decomposition reaction carried upon heating, and this can also be carried by the presence of sunlight. Let us now illustrate a decomposition reaction carried in the presence of sunlight by using an activity. Decomposition of silver chloride is an example for decomposition reaction carried in the presence of sunlight. For that, take a small amount of crystals of silver chloride which are white in color on a watch glass. Place the watch glass under sunlight for some time. The crystal will slowly acquire grey color. This is because the sunlight has caused decomposition of silver chloride into silver and chlorine. The equation of the reaction can be represented as 2AgCl solid gives 2Ag solid plus Cl2 gas. Actually, the sunlight consists of photons, which are the source of energy. What is photons? Photons are the small packets of energy. They cause decomposition of silver chloride. Similarly, silver bromide also undergo decomposition in the presence of sunlight. The silver bromide is light yellow in color. In the presence of sunlight, it turns to grey color. Here, the silver bromide cause decomposition to form silver and bromine. Do you know which chemical is used for black and white photography? That is silver halides. Silver halides are sensitive to sunlight and are decomposed by it. This forms the basis of black and white photography. Silver halides are generally kept in colored bottles. Decomposition reaction also be carried by passing electrical current. If the decomposition reaction is take place in the presence of electric current, it is called electrolytic decomposition. Let us illustrate the reaction with the help of an activity. For that, take a plastic mug or a plastic glass. Drill 2 holes at its base and fit rubber stoppers in these holes. Insert carbon electrodes in these rubber stoppers. Connect these electrodes to 6-volt battery. Then fill the mug with water such that the electrodes are immersed. Add a few drops of dilute sulfuric acid to the water. Then take 2 test tubes filled with water and invert them over the 2 carbon electrodes. When the current is switched on, bubbles of gases will appear above the electrodes in both the tubes. As a result, water level will be pushed downwards. The gases are hydrogen and oxygen and are formed by decomposition of water on passing electric current. The equation of the reaction can be represented as 2H2O liquid on electrolysis gives 2H2 gas plus O2 gas. The volume of hydrogen collected will be double than that of oxygen. Why does we add sulfuric acid to the water? Do you know what is the reason? Because water has such as a poor conductor of electricity. But water containing a few drops of sulfuric acid is a good conductor. I hope all of you might have understood what we learned today. We learned about two types of chemical reactions. What are they? Decomposition reaction and combination reaction. What is combination reaction? Two or more substances react together to form a single product. That is combination reaction. Then what is decomposition reaction? Decomposition reaction means a single product broken up into two or more substances. That is decomposition reaction. And combination reaction is a exothermic reaction. What is exothermic reaction? That is liberation of heat. Liberation. The combination reaction is take place by the release of energy. That is why it is called exothermic reaction. In the case of decomposition reaction, it is endothermic reaction. Endo means absorption of heat. During decomposition reaction, energy is absorbed. So it is an endothermic reaction.